AP Chemistry Unit 1.4, Composition of Mixtures. So a mixture is going to be anything that contains one or more types of particles or more than one pure substance where they are not bonded together. Mixtures can have variable compositions. Unlike with a pure substance where we have set percentages, mixtures do not have set percentages. They are going to vary depending on the sample of that mixture that you take. A solution is an example of a type of mixture, but other types of mixtures could be like a salad, sand, stuff like that. We're going to look at some molecular views, and an atom of element X is going to be that little blue dot, and an atom of element Y is going to be this pink dot, and then you can see different configurations therein. And we're going to go ahead and label which is which. So first up, for that first box, we're going to have a mixture of a single atom of X and a molecule of Y. So our composition, we have X and the diatomic Y here. For our second box here, this is going to be a pure substance. We only see compounds. They are the same compound throughout, and that compound's formula would be XY2. In the third box here, we have yet another pure substance. This pure substance is a diatomic element or molecule, and it is just Y2. And then last up, we have another mixture again, where we have just a single atom of X along with the compound XY2. So those are three different instances where we have different combinations of the element X and the element Y in different configurations there, and all of them can be classified slightly differently and use slightly different terminology for those. The elemental composition of a mixture can be used to determine the relative amount of a pure substance that composes that mixture. Even though they are not set compositions, we can still use the relative abundances of each part of the mixture to determine like what percentages we have. And we can do that via elemental analysis. So elemental analysis is going to be finding the relative mass of one or more of the elements within a mixture, and it's often used to determine purity of a particular sample. And we're going to go ahead and look at an example problem where we would do some elemental analysis. So we have a 2.4 gram sample of calcium chloride, or CaCl2, and sodium chloride, NaCl. And it is found to contain 0.12 grams of sodium. Then I'm asking what percentage of the sample would need to be that NaCl. So my first thing that I'm going to do is going to be to go ahead and determine the number of moles of sodium. So I'm going to set up my stoichiometry here, and I'm going to use my mass of sodium, which was at 0.12 grams, and then the molar mass of sodium, which was 23.0 grams per mole, and I see that I have a grand total of 5.22 E-3 moles of sodium within my sample. From there, I can go ahead and determine how many moles of sodium chloride that would be allowed with that amount of sodium. So I am going to go ahead and set up another stoichiometry problem here, and I have my moles of sodium chloride is equal to my moles of sodium. Since the ratio between sodium and sodium chloride is 1:1, this ends up being the same number. The same number here. So we had 5.22 times 10 to the negative 3 moles of sodium, and we also would then have 5.22 times 10 to the negative 3 moles of sodium chloride. after we have moles of sodium chloride, we can go ahead and determine the total mass of sodium chloride that would be represented by that number of moles. Again, we're setting up yet another stoichiometric problem. So we're looking for the grams of sodium chloride. That would be from a sample that contains 5.22 times 10 to the negative 3 moles of sodium chloride. And then we're going to use the molar mass of sodium chloride to go ahead and convert out of moles of sodium chloride into grams of sodium chloride, which gives me a mass of sodium chloride of 0.305 grams. Now, we know how much sodium chloride was in that sample, and so to determine the percent of sodium chloride within the sample, we're just going to go ahead and say that, well, we know that 0.305 grams of the sample was sodium chloride out of the total sample, which was 2.4 grams. So 3.05 divided by 2.4 times 100 gives me a percent composition of 12.7% sodium chloride. And then rounded to sig figs, that would give me 13% sodium chloride within that original sample.